happy to be here, Joe.
I'm so happy you're here, Gabe. Even though this isn't really a talk show about me interviewing you, because then you're the only... He's my only friend. I don't have any friends.
Everyone else is rented.
So just to let you know, this is round 2. We did the first time, and for the first time ever, Gabe was too quiet.
So if you ever wondered, can he shut up? Yes.
No, it wasn't that. No. I never wonder that. I like you too much. Please keep talking. So last week, we talked about the stock market stuff a little bit, but we didn't end up getting to post it because of audio issues. So let's just talk about that right now.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way.
Let's just get it out of the way because everyone's talking about it.
It's probably good that we didn't because so much happened since we talked about it. Oh my gosh,
it's so good.
Oh my God, the comedy behind it all.
Did you ever think you'd have a billionaire saying, "Stop taking my money"?
He rage quitted.
Oh,
ultimately,
so good.
He rage quitted. It was fantastic. Yeah, ultimately owned by noobs. And so
got pwned.
Yeah, noob.
The term is rocket to the moon and diamonds. Like if you hear those phrases, that has specifically. I'm on the Reddit forum now.
Oh, you are.
I joined the Reddit forum. I've purchased some AMC stock. I'm excited.
For about this period of time, I was like, maybe I want to sign up. And then I said, no, my dignity. And I just looked off.
Thank you.
So, but no,
wait a minute.
And it's not.
What? My dignity.
I just couldn't. Yeah. So, but kudos to them.
Yeah.
Kudos to them.
Well, and it's really funny, man, because you had Mark Cuban, who's been getting interviewed and stuff, and he's like telling people, hold on to your stocks, don't sell them. So I'm like, okay, and I'm laughing at this whole thing. And they're like, he's like, yeah, it's nice to see people invest in things they care about. I'm like, no nerd cares about GameStop. I go into a GameStop. I enjoy what's there. When they have things.
I ordered something with a gift card, so I didn't actually have to spend any of my own money. Exactly. So that's cool.
I get $5 a month.
There you go.
Just saying. And I'm a physical disc guy, so I guess I like GameStop for that reason.
Of course.
And for those reasons, I'm out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're
Mark Cuban, Shark Tank.
I know, seriously. Yeah, and even I think Elon Musk was saying something about it too, where he was like, "Hold it."
Have you ever heard of Dogecoin? Yes. Which is the picture of that droopy dog meme.
Yeah.
And they have a cryptocurrency.
I love
that
droopy.
currency has gone from 10 cents to almost $1. It was 1 cent to over 10 cents of value. So people are buying it by droves because Elon Musk be like, man, I think that'd be funny if all of a sudden we'd have Dogecoin be the cryptocurrency. I'm like, if I have to use a droopy dog to purchase something.
Have a good day, sir. I loved him.
That was so good. I was not expecting that.
Roger Rabbit, baby.
Oh, my gosh.
In the elevator.
Yes, sir.
Going up, sir.
Not again, Eddie. We're going the wrong way, Eddie.
Have a good day, sir. I was so
best.
happy. I was like, that was 4 seconds of just glory.
Oh, it's amazing
right there. It was 4 seconds of joy. It was fantastic.
Yes, please.
So then GameStop, instead of GameStop, the next thing was silver. So they all started going after silver. Let's boost the thing of silver.
They actually didn't.
Did they not?
So check this out.
Oh, dear heavens.
Not to be a conspiracy theorist, but in actuality, if you're on the forums, Wall Street Bets on Reddit, highly recommend it. Lots of cool stuff. Every single person is saying, do not buy silver. All the media was saying, oh, they're buying silver.
They're going to go after silver next.
Trying to get people who are going to invest to not invest in AMC and Cinemark so the billionaires don't lose as much money. I'm not kidding. Because these people that have the hedge funds also have stock in these media companies. So they're like, hey, by the way, just tell everybody to go for silver. And so there was a little bit of an increase, but not nearly to the degree. They've even started freezing the graphs on certain sites where you can't actually see what it's been doing. It's so shady. And I'm like,
and it's obvious too, and that's what's it's so sad, but also so hilarious because it's just like it's just part of this trendy thing of, and we've talked about this, apologizing afterwards, no lack of accountability and all of these things. And now it's gone even further where it's like, now I'm gonna flop my sack of greed in front of you now.
Flop my sack of greed.
Yep.
That is gonna go on your headstone, by the way.
How
did he die?
He flopped his sack of greed.
Doing what he loved, flopping his sack of greed.
In 4K.
Huh? What? I'm waiting for a scientific study proves your eye sees better than 4K. What? Next. So anyways, it's crazy because, and this is where I've heard a lot of the debates. Mm-hmm. I'm all about free markets,
right.
But this is showing how not free.
Oh yeah,
the markets
a great reminder of how not free.
Like a billionaire can spend millions of dollars and short sell stock and almost bankrupt a company so they can make money off of them. Mm-hmm. But when the little guys team up together to do it, all of a sudden, no, don't do that.
Yeah, because look what happened with AMC. Apparently, AMC's $600 million debt paid off.
It's amazing. By the way, I have AMC
nuts.
stock. I'm so excited.
It's not. So in my head, I'm thinking, you just paid off the debt for this massive, like.
You know what we need to do? We need to have. This is awesome and awful. Student loan debt, and we'll see how many people buy stock in that. We'll call it Bernie. Sorry.
No.
Weekends at Bernie's. Sorry, guys. I don't want to get political.
Weekends at Bernie's.
And it's just going to have a tombstone on a coin instead of a droopy dog.
That, you know what? God, I would actually want to see that happen. Can we make that happen?
You know what? I don't think we have enough people following us to do that.
Not yet.
Oh, that's right. You know why? Charisma.
My man.
I was talking about you, but thanks.
No. So
that was our news, not news.
Yeah, news, not news. Yeah,
catch up on fun stuff.
Ooh.
So I'm excited. Reality is at this point, I started the market with $5, and now I was up to 78, and now I invested in AMC. So I have like really no cards in the game as much as it's like, but I bought some. I'm curious. I'm the curious type of like, you know what? Why not?
Let me dabble a little bit.
I'm gonna put it all on black. Is that in effect? Can I say that anymore?
Wesley Snipes did, so it's fine.
Well, he can say that for obvious reasons.
No.
I obviously shouldn't for Jewish reasons. Oy vey.
Oy vey, indeed.
Canceled again.
So there's plenty of fun stuff, though.
I'm ready.
Other fun stuff.
What? Let's talk about now. We're going to talk about now. What happened to then? You missed it. When? Just now.
Just now.
When will then be now? Soon.
Is that us in the future? Mass Effect, the Legendary Edition.
I was seeing reviews dropping out on my YouTube feed. I haven't checked it out. Okay. Did you get it?
It's not out yet.
Oh, okay.
It's not out yet.
Okay, so I'm seeing the special people get the
Okay, so media got a sneak preview of what's coming.
So do they get like a playable? Do they get the game playable, or is it like here's a little bit?
They show the developer probably did like some private conference thing, and just a private showcase. And like here's what it's going to look like.
Gotcha.
And they just went from there. And I'm telling you, it looks absolutely beautiful.
Oh no, I saw some of it, man.
Oh my goodness. And yeah, so
it makes me I'm gonna have to replay those games.
Oh, there's no question.
And not complain about the ending.
Well, great news about that.
They didn't change it.
So the default ending will be the extended cut, the extended version. By default, it's going to be the extended.
Good.
So, but they haven't taken anything out. So the only thing that is not making it apparently DLC from Mass Effect 1 called Pinnacle Station.
Yeah.
Apparently not very.
It wasn't too
pinnacle. I kind of forgot.
That was a stationary comment.
Right. It's floating in space. So. Yeah, and that didn't make it because the code for the game was corrupted. Which is fine. Can't miss what you never had because I never played it.
I never played the first one either. I jumped in on 2, and it's like, here's what you missed. And it was like one paragraph. I was like, wow, if you can summarize the full game in one paragraph, I really don't feel like I'm missing anything.
I mean, I played and loved the first one. It's just the DLC. I totally forgot. Like, I was like, oh, there was DLC? All right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But part 2 and all its DLC, oh my God, super good.
That sounds awesome.
But all coming with all the DLC, 40 DLCs.
40.
Oh, so
you're getting all of it.
Yep, the weapon costume packs, the mission pack. Yeah,
I'm excited.
But they showed the graphical enhancements in it. The biggest graphical improvements are being applied to Mass Effect 1, which makes complete sense.
Yeah, it is the oldest.
Yes, it is the oldest, and for me, I loved how it looked.
Yeah.
I loved how I don't even care. But seeing what it looks like now, it's like, okay, now you're ugly.
It's like
the original's ugly. So
it's like butter.
Yeah, I almost want to play all 3 now just to like get myself. But I don't know.
I don't want to play the old ones. I'm at the point if they're going to re-release it. Now, when it's like Final Fantasy VII, I feel like it's an entirely different thing because they're like, we're doing a remake, kind of.
Right.
It's like we're doing a Lord of the Rings where it's different from the book, but it's still the same. But those differences make enough for a nerd to appreciate. Final Fantasy VII, right? So then that's where I'm like, I'll play the original to get prepared for the remake, but not when they're remastering. That's different.
Right. The other thing that they left out is the multiplayer, the multiplayer for Mass Effect 3, which, fun fact, for the longest time...
Fun fact?
Fun fact. For the longest time, I thought it was competitive multiplayer.
No.
Until an old friend of mine was like, Gabriel, it's co-op only. I'm like...
It's so good.
Excuse me? So I like hop on.
It makes me so happy.
I'm like, what do you mean? I was like, and you're like, because we had this whole thing about like, I just want to do like co-op multiplayer.
I like couch co-op.
Yeah. Couch co-op, local co-op, whatever but online co-op. That's it.
Yeah.
So he tells me, and I felt like such a fool because then I log in immediately and I'm looking and it's like, oh, welcome to, and I'm looking at like, oh my goodness. And I started scoring all this new stuff. And I'm like, I felt like such an idiot. But he kept telling me, don't feel bad. There are no achievements that you're missing, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Are you sure?
So fortunately, unfortunately, if you really enjoyed, Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, you're not going to get it in the Legendary Edition. I don't care.
The story is so good. That's why I'm playing it.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm playing it. And the characters I love the character quests. Not a lot of games had me at character quests. Mass Effect was one that did it.
Yeah, absolutely. And now the final thing that's caused a bit of a split opinion. See, you didn't play the first one.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so this may not.
I really don't feel like I was missing too much after playing the second one. I went, cool.
First one was fantastic, but there was a thing with Mass Effect 1 with driving the Mako or the Mako, whatever you call it, the Mako vehicle.
Yeah.
So in part 1,
awful.
It was really.
Well, I remember they had it in 2, but the areas weren't really big for drivability.
Right, but it also drove way better. It didn't drive like that in part 1.
Yeah. Well, the reality is when you're doing a game like this, it's not a platformer. It's okay. Crash Bandicoot, for example, they made certain levels in the first Crash Bandicoot game almost impossible in their remake because they changed how he jumps. So you need momentum.
Right.
So there is a specific level that you can only have 3 breaks before you're done.
Oh, wow.
And I remember having 50 lives going to that level and then left at game over. And when I guess I'm going to try again.
Yeah.
I wasn't angry.
At all.
That's not the words I would use.
Needless to say, so now the thing that they've done is they've made the controls of the Mako in Mass Effect 2 and 3 they applied it to 1.
Good.
So
they needed to fix that.
So that's the thing. There are people like, well, wait a minute. I liked how it drove in the first.
Gosh.
Okay, I liked it, but
that's like them saying,
"Get past it, guys. Come on."
That's like them saying, Batman Arkham Knight. We all love the way the Batmobile drive, and they got it better. Wait, no, they got it better. Done. I love the game. I tolerated the driving. And the reason I
Yeah.
didn't platinum it was so many of those stupid quests
We're driving.
were driving. And I was like,
Yep.
done. I'm not doing that.
it. Yeah, I'm with you there.
But when it came to beating people and jumping out of the Batmobile and gliding,
that was super
and
fun.
running people over in the car because Batman doesn't kill people.
He doesn't kill people, just incapacitates them and
I like to say
paralyzes them.
maim them. Yeah, he's
word.
got electrical shocks. Yeah, if I'm going 65 and I shoot them with enough electricity to launch them from my car, pretty sure I just killed them.
Right. So super excited about it. Mass Effect, the Legendary Edition, comes out May 13th. Give or take a couple days, but it's middle of May. So
I'm okay with that.
I cannot wait for that.
So on video game news for myself, I got the free game of the month for PlayStation 5 was Maneater, the open world shark game. And I started playing it, and I'm addicted. It is actually really good.
Really?
And something that I didn't know was happening in it. I'm turn off my phone. Sorry, people like trying to get my attention. I'm like, bro, leave me alone. So the guy who plays the voice of Jerry in Rick and Morty
Oh no!
narrates it like a nature documentary.
Oh
so as
my
you eat something, he's just like, he's like, and sharks' favorite food are definitely the baby turtles, and you're like, you just can't help. What? You eat like toxic tar, and he's like, that's exactly what this radiated mutant needs to get big and strong.
Oh my god, that sounds okay.
And if you die, it goes, how many episodes are we doing of this? Yeah, we're not getting that. So I didn't know that, but if I knew that, I would have actually purchased it. But thank you, I didn't have to.
So, now that I've been watching Rick and Morty,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna have to check that.
You
out.
need to.
All right.
How far are you, by the way?
I'm on episode. I'm still on the first
He's
season.
still in season 1. There's only 12 episodes, 11 episodes for a season.
Yeah, I'm on the 5th one.
Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, me too. So speaking of PlayStation 5, a new firmware came out today.
Yeah, I know. It downloaded. My PlayStation
I know
said,
you know that.
Oh. It's not just about me. I thought it was
No,
always just about me.
no, especially when there's two of us here. So fortunately, one of the
Sorry,
biggest.
I'll check my privilege.
Fortunately, one of the biggest things about this firmware update is that now the PS5 will tell you when you're actually installing and playing the PS5 version of, say, it's a PS4 game.
Yeah.
But it's doing the PS5 upgrade.
Yeah.
Now it's going to actually let you know, because apparently the message wasn't getting communicated very well.
Yeah.
For a while there. So now it's all taken care of.
You actually have to, and this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I did this earlier, so I got Sackboy Adventures for the kids.
I
to
saw
play.
that. Ooh.
I haven't. I bought it so we could play together, and I come home. We're on level 6. I was like, "You little play together, aren't we?"
Are you really that surprised?
I am. I'm not surprised, but I'm a little hurt, just a little. But they stopped being able to play because somehow they switched versions of the game. You can literally select underneath it and say what version you're playing.
Oh,
So I was like, no, this is PlayStation 5 version.
I didn't spend $550, whatever, to
Yeah.
just play the PS4 version,
Absolutely.
unless I had no other choice.
So it has different download sizes. Apparently, I don't know if you'll actually be able to select between PS4 or PS5 if you're trying to save room on your PlayStation, because actually that is not a bad idea for someone that just wants to play the game. Like I can imagine, and I'm going to get crap for this, games like Call of Duty, where graphics don't matter. Sorry, I just wanted to really point the
At least under 100 gigs, they don't matter. Go on.
You know, I'm just saying, I feel like that game is really about getting trolled by some 8-year-old Asian kid. That's really the point of the game. I just want ulcers, so I'm going to play this game.
Jeez Louise, dude.
Sorry. I don't mean to troll.
You sure? You sure?
I played Call of Duty back when they were good. Sorry, I'm done. I'm just going to stop pump the hate brakes, Fox and friends.
Meanwhile,
it's not BioShock. Okay, it's not
our choices.
It's not our choice. It's not my choice of first-person shooter.
No, it's not. Dude, I rented...
Especially when you have to play. They're like, you really like that gun? To get it optimum, you got to play at least 20 hours with that gun so you can unlock more of that gun.
Garbage.
Or pay $5.
Yeah.
What do you think I'm going to do?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just don't have time
No.
for that.
No.
I know who has time for that. They're between the ages of 10
Right.
and 15.
7 and 15, I think, at this point.
Hold on. Maybe 10 to 18. It depends if they've discovered attraction.
If they've experienced physical feelings.
Feelings. Thank you, Shrek.
Speaking of feelings.
Ooh.
Did you know God of War got updated?
No.
And guess who reinstalled it on his PS5 to play the upgrade?
Not me, because I didn't know.
Yes.
What did they add something?
Pure 4K 20 and pure 4K 60 frame a second. So in the PS4 Pro, you should know this because I didn't own the Pro.
No, go ahead.
God of War gave you a choice.
Yeah.
Between performance mode or graphics mode.
Now
it's merged as one. 4K 60 frame a second.
They had a God of War baby.
Now, yes, they did. And
so my wife would say, I have to.
That's cute.
That's what she would say.
That's really cute. So thanks. It just came out yesterday.
Really?
So yep. So I installed it 2 nights ago. When I read it, when I saw the tweet, I said, "Okay."
I got other games I have to play, and until I play those other games, when God of War 2 is announced to come out,
Ragnarok, yes, God of War Ragnarok, yep,
2. When it's announced to 5, technically, let's just get.
It's fine.
2. Anyways, when it gets announced, then I'll replay the other one to make sure I'm primed in my God of War mode.
Okay.
And I can hear him go, boy.
In 4K.
Boy 4K. I feel like that's like a bad Twitter handler.
Yeah, very bad Twitter handle.
Boy 420. I like, was that happening? French? There's a dumpster fire in my mouth and I wasn't invited.
His middle name used to be Recycle Bin. So 4K 60 frame a second. I've been playing it again. It is gorgeous.
Did you try the Valkyrie when you played the first time? Did you kill any of the Valkyrie?
I've killed, because there's 12, I think.
Yeah.
I killed
technically 13 with the queen.
13, yeah.
I'm the queen.
I've killed about half of them.
Yeah, I got to the queen and then rage quit 5 hours. And when I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that loud.
Apparently
and clear.
Hearing the boys scream, "No, Dad!" enough made me.
Oh my God.
It didn't break my heart. I have my kids
still
yell that often. "No, Dad, don't eat my food. No, Dad, don't play with my toys." They're cool action figures, okay? Justify my existence.
Indeed. It's Now, here's another game announcement, a very stunning game announcement that happened yesterday.
Yes.
MLB The Show. I'm not a big baseball person at all. The only sports one I play is FIFA, but I'm particularly interested in this because I know MLB The Show has always had a very, very good reputation on PlayStation.
They just know how to show.
It's now coming to Xbox as well. No confirmation on this. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. I think it was confirmed coming to the Switch as well.
I heard rumors from Xbox that Xbox may purchase AE. Oh, not AE.
EA?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
But I was like, after they spent $6 billion in hedge funds for Bethesda. Kidding. I was like, calm down there, Microsoft.
No, it's not. Yeah, I know. But April 20th, 2021.
420.
ML.
You're going to get a show on 420.
Yes, you are. So it might be a little hazy at first. So purple haze.
If it's not in focus, it's your fault, not the consoles.
Pretty much. Am I playing in 360p? Either way, MLB the 20.
If you spin in circles, is that 360p?
I'm an Xbox controller. MLB The Show 21. Coming out April 20th, 2021. And and they're even promoting online crossplay and cross progression.
Cross progression?
That's awesome.
That is really good.
That's really, really awesome.
I'm waiting for more games like that to have crossplay. I like crossplay. I like, because I hear the debate on the Xbox controllers. I have small hands. You can laugh at me, throw comments about how girly my hands are. I don't care. How long and girly my hair is. I don't care. That's why I have a PlayStation controller, because my hands fit it better. I'm going to be honest. But I have friends that have man hands, because these aren't really, Anyways, they like the Xbox controller. And when I have the Xbox controller, I just don't prefer it over the PlayStation. But I know that's specifically the ergonomics of my hand structure.
Well, that was the same thing with me with regards to the first Xbox compared to the Xbox 360.
Dude, that was
the first Xbox controller was a tumor.
It was a growth.
Yeah, pretty much a growth. So
that you tolerated so you could play Halo and God of War. Not God of War, Halo and Gears of War.
Gears of War. Well, no, Gears of War came out on 360.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so that's why I got a 360, because I saw the commercial for Gears of War and I was like, what is this gorgeous game? And then a friend...
I'll play with the tumor to play that game.
Well, thankfully, the 360 controller was kind of half the size of the first Xbox controller.
Yeah.
So that's why I got it. I was like, oh, great. I can play with this. I can use this damn controller. So, yeah, the final thing I wanted to mention with MLB The Show, just announced today, collector's edition of MLB The Show is going to highlight Jackie Robinson.
Really?
That's
awesome.
Like, now I want to get the game just to support that. That is bonkers. I was like, oh my God. So, yeah, that actually melted my heart a bit. That was such a cool move. I'm like, all right. Now what? So that's a big deal. I really like.
They need a boxing game that celebrates Cinderella Man. No.
Yeah. No. Oh. You know what else? Speaking of bad ideas,
bring back Rumble to Rumble. Make me feel good.
That was a fun game.
That was a super fun game.
But we're back. We're talking about segueing into bad ideas because we're talking about bad ideas.
Oh yeah. Buy Silver. Continue.
Google Stadia.
Oh, I heard. Though they haven't.
Oh my goodness!
I keep up on my news.
The first-party developer studio that invested hundreds of millions, probably millions of dollars, hired all this big talent, all this stuff.
Yeah,
shutting the F down.
I think they deserve it though.
They kind of had the only people who didn't deserve it were all the developers and designers they hired.
Yeah.
To all this big name talent, poached from other big companies.
But how long did you think it was going to last?
Dude, it lasted at least 6 months longer than it should have. There's no way
because
it should have lasted as long as it.
If a company is going to make one of those, the company that is going to make it is going to be an internet company.
Yeah.
They have to be the ones because then they can integrate it into their 5G market and you can play it anywhere.
Yep.
That would be the only way that I would see marketability where it's at. But I don't see them doing that.
No. Definitely not. They're not that kind of company. They're an ad company. They're an ad search. They're search at. That's it.
They're playing in the wrong Stadia. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Sorry, Stadia. You're now on page 2 of your search results.
Man, I can't wait to go to Goodwill and get it for like $1.
Right next to
remember what those squiggly... Oh, that squiggle. That was Stadia.
Right next to the Ouya. So, got that right.
The Ouya.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now you're going to go there.
Or the knockoff Sega consoles that you can get that have like all the games ported badly.
Right?
You get 100 games with a really bad sticky controller.
So now this move ultimately affects around 150 developers.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
Of course it was going to affect them.
And then here's this is the part that breaks my heart personally. A lot of developers who signed up for the Stadia developer program and got funding.
Yeah.
Now got their funding pulled.
Funding?
I said funding.
I know, I heard you. I just really want to make it evident.
I really tried to be slick about that.
I mean, evident.
So they got their funding pulled because
really?
And because they're like, well, wait a minute, we're making it now.
That's so dumb.
So so now they're switching to a third party strategy.
All right, calm down, CD Projekt Red.
They're wow. They are they're switching. Of course not. They're switching to a third party strategy.
Yeah.
Very similar to what Amazon's doing with their new Luna platform that's coming out, which is ultimately. Oh yeah, we'll host it like this, but you create your own channels through here. Not a good look, by the way, but that's for another day. I'm not even going to go.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
We're not going to get into all that.
I knew it was going to be as soon as I saw the announcement. I went maybe a year, and I think that's what we hit. I think it hit about a year,
or just over a year.
Look, and you couldn't have gotten a better market. People were literally forced home with nothing else to do.
And they still couldn't.
And they bought. Dude, you couldn't buy a Switch for how many months?
Yeah, seriously.
You literally had the perfect market. Nothing could stop you, and you still failed.
In fact, Cyberpunk apparently ran best on Stadia. Ran the best on Stadia. Go figure. Of course it did.
It's all that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was.
Research and development. They're really good at that. They're really getting at legal team. The legal team's getting really good.
Seriously. Speaking of legal team,
Hey, I'm not even meaning to.
seriously, these segues are so unplanned and
I'm so
inconsistent.
proud of myself.
It's so great. I love the inconsistent segues. So Valve lost a controller patent lawsuit.
Controller patent.
Yep. So ultimately their Steam controller
Yeah.
was getting hit by apparently infringing upon other patents.
Who specifically? Because I never played.
Let me see here. So I'm almost certain it says here. Let's see. The patent in question concerned the implementation of the rear triggers located on the underside of the Steam controller and operated by the player's middle fingers. This simple invention was patented back in 2011 by a gentleman named Simon Burgess and Ironburg CEO Duncan Ironmonger. What a great name! What a spectacular
Ironmonger.
Duncan Ironmonger. That is the
dude.
That's
you are a
names.
dwarf.
Seriously.
My son Duncan Ironmonger.
That is the best name I've heard.
Father of
I love
Dennis.
Yeah.
The menace.
Father of Stuart and John.
Annoyer of Mr. Wellston.
So while the design has been officially sub-licensed to brands such as Xbox, Ironburg stated that Valve had no such license and was therefore infringing upon its patent with the Steam controller design. So needless to say, the jury found in favor of the plaintiffs $4 million.
You know what?
Which is a decrease from the $11 million they were pushing for, but
he can take it out of his hedge funds. Sorry. I promise that joke will get old. It probably already has, but I like it.
it's totally cool. No, but there you go. So yeah, sorry Valve. That's what happens. You know what I'm saying?
I like Valve.
No, I like Valve too, but get together.
But I mean, at this point,
it's
Valve
like Google.
Valve has the money.
Yeah, Valve has the money.
When I think of Valve, my brain automatically goes back to Half-Life. That's what I think of when I think of Valve. I don't think of Steam. But I do now.
Right.
So when I'm like, $4 million, oh no, Valve's never going to make Half-Life 3. Oh wait, Steam. They're They got that on a Friday special.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's serious. So, anyway, so now actually, you know what? That's a good segue into the next thing.
Oh my gosh.
Because we were just making fun of Google. Now let's make fun of Amazon a little bit. So Jeff Bezos has stepped down.
Absolutely.
Bye. Now, don't care about that. More importantly, he steps down during the time that Amazon Video Game Studio is doing a crap job on everything that they're making.
Maybe that was the straw on the camel's back. He's like, you know what? I can handle a pandemic. Can't handle these garbage games. And he just walked away.
Go Prime. And that's all he said. And then they just walked away, go Prime. So
and then he jumps into an Optimus Prime? Sorry, if you own something that has Prime in it, you better own.
Seriously.
Except for Prime Rib, I guess.
Oh, that sounds good, actually. Prime Rib sounds really good.
It always sounds good.
So the new CEO for Amazon goes by the name of Andy Jassy, not as cool as Ironmonger or whatever the hell it was.
No.
So yeah, he's a new CEO, and the new CEO is saying we're going to be recommitting to making video games.
We're going to make them not suck.
Yep. So yeah, some businesses take off in the first year, and others take many years. So their thought, though we haven't consistently succeeded yet, you haven't at all.
Just watch the documentary.
The hell is wrong with you?
I think they need to be inspired. Watch the documentary of video games on Netflix and see what Sega did to create competition against Nintendo. That was the most interesting part. And maybe you can make a prime colored furry person that does awesome. Because Crash Bandicoot. Mm-hmm. Sega Sonic
the Hedgehog,
and then Mario's mustache. I can't. They don't have anyone. I just felt like his mustache would work.
Of course it would, always. So he says, though we haven't consistently succeeded yet in AGS, stop it, you haven't succeeded, period. I believe we will if we hang in there.
Just hang in there.
Wow. That's pretty. He reached a little bit on that one, but
I don't feel bad for you.
No, neither do I.
You have trillions. Okay, I'm gonna go beyond billions. You've got trillions of dollars in that company, and you can't get a team that can make a game. Hey, Gabe, I have an idea. You should tell them I can make games. get all the games you have planned made by you taking over the studio. Done.
You know, not even gonna lie to you, half thought about that actually. I actually have
You should
thought
reach
about
out to
that
them.
today.
Hey,
Like,
look, I've got
I released one game more, so I released 100% more than you have, and didn't even have to retract the games that I've released.
and
So-
my investors were PO'd.
Yeah, in fact, I had none. It was great. My investor.
I'm emotionally invested in this next one.
Great.
Wow.
That's great.
Wow. Okay. It's a little.
I love you, dude.
You know, I put my heart out there on my sleeve, and you just break it. Now I know how Mario feels about Peach. Don't offer me cake, Gladys.
My heart's in another castle, Joe. Up next.
That was a scary bromance moment. Sorry, your heart's in another castle.
Our relationship's in another castle.
Your relationship is now? Sorry, guys. I've been just.
He's been shroomed.
I've been put back to. I've been shrewd. I've been pushed back to course 1.
Damn straight. Well, he took a shortcut. That's what happens. So this will apply to you guys, I think, more than me because I haven't really ever watched Doctor Who. But Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So the episode, one of Doctor Who's best episodes,
Yes.
called Blink. Apparently,
So good.
okay. So you know, oh yeah.
I know exactly which. That's normally the episode I introduce to people. I'm like, hey, you should watch this episode.
So apparently, it's getting a mobile game sequel.
Are you kidding me?
Not kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Doctor Who: The Lonely Assassins launches for iPhone and Android.
The
on
Lonely Assassin.
The Lonely Assassins.
So can
Yeah.
I nerd splain
Please.
what Blink? So there's these things called the Weeping Angels,
Mm-hmm.
and as long as as long as you're looking at them, they don't move. But as soon as you blink and you open your eyes, they've gotten closer.
Oh, like the Ghost in Mario Brothers.
Yes,
My man.
like the Ghost of Mario Brothers or Five Nights at Freddy's, kind of a ripoff type of a thing.
Right.
So, but the power is fluctuating in and out, and they have to get like through corridors, and it's super intense. So that game is going to be anyone that likes jump scares. That will be a perfect way for you to get into the Who fandom, become a Whovian, and play. I'm hoping it's a good game. Honestly,
Well,
it seems like it'll be a lot like Prey,
Oh, I love Prey. Prey was a good game.
but except without a gun.
Yeah. So now apparently, so it's coming out on iPhone and Android on March 19th, and it's being designed as a found phone game.
Found phone.
Found phone game.
So if
with
you lose your phone, you have to blink.
Apparently, it's going to be featuring live action performances from the Doctor Who characters. Unit.
My wife's a fan. She heard it.
You probably should stay for the rest of this then.
You like it? Video game for Doctor Who.
Yeah,
She walked away.
She still walked away. Wow. Unit expert Osgood is investigating the events of the legendary Blink episode and the subsequent disappearances of Larry, one of its characters. Blink star Finlay Robertson returns as Larry alongside Ingrid Oliver as Osgood. The Lonely Assassins is developed by found phone genre regulars Kagan Games, which previously made similar apps such as Sarah is Missing and oh my goodness.
Cimmerillion?
Simulacra.
Okay.
In
Sorry.
short,
First off, I'm going to help you with your studio. Don't name things Simulacra.
ever. In short,
Unless you have 7 L's.
in short, the game mimics giving you control of an entire phone, which you're able to snoop through for clues and receive calls from other characters. Doctor Who video games have been hit and miss over the years, but new story clips and a developer experience in this type of game may make this one worth paying attention to.
Sounds awesome.
Also, it's the Weeping Angels. I'm guessing there'll be some cool use of the camera to keep an eye on those, according to this article on Eurogamer. So yeah. Thank you to Eurogamer
That
for that.
sounds
but
fun.
I knew you would
They
be.
picked a good concept, though, for it. Normally, when they make any fan-based game, they pick awful concept. And you're like, really? Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. Yeah.
What are we, J.J. Abrams making Star Wars again?
No, but he's making the next Cloverfield movie.
I know. And
Oh my gosh, super happy about that.
and he's making Justice League Dark for HBO Max.
Yes.
I'm
Cannot wait for that. Oh, they shared the dates.
rewatching Fringe right now.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I
my
heard
friend,
it's a good one.
My friend has not seen it, and so I'm
Oh.
watching it with him. And he's
Is that
like,
why he's here?
No.
Oh, not that friend.
No, it is that friend.
Oh, it is that friend. Oh, okay.
He's there. I'm going to teach him some video editing because that's I'm cool like that.
Oh, okay.
By the
Sweet.
way, I do video editing. You know what you're watching right now? I edited it.
Yeah.
Extra 3Ds.
Yeah, seriously. Wow.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I am super excited for this for the next Cloverfield. So very, very happy about that. And apparently, it's not going to be based off footage. It's actually going to be regular live action, not from a wobbly camera.
Good. Well, I mean, because my
great.
favorite is 10 Cloverfield Lane, which is John Goodman in Incredible.
Yes.
I showed it to my mother. She's like, "Is it really intense?" I said, "No, not at all." Is it clean? Absolutely. She's sitting there the whole time. Joseph, you can't show me. It's awful. She threw a pillow at me multiple times, and I apparently am a glutton for punishment because I handed it back, being here, Mom, you need your pillow.
Go get comfortable, Mom.
So now my go-to joke is, "Hey, Mom, you want to watch 10 Cloverfield?" No. Okay.
Now, apparently, the next Cloverfield is going to align the first one, 10 Cloverfield Lane, and the Paradox. Apparently,
Wow.
I don't know how, but that's going to be interesting.
Multiple dimensions.
Probably.
Look, that's how DC's going to fix everything.
This is true, and they did announce a date, a release date, March 18th for Justice League.
Yeah, not Justice League.
Not Justice League. Snyder Cut Justice League. March 18th. 2 weeks before Godzilla vs. Kong. So
that's right after my wedding anniversary. And before my birthday. Happy birthday to me.
My man.
So
my
excited.
man.
On our anniversary, we did watch Kong Island.
Skull Island. Ooh.
Skull Island. Yeah. I had someone, this is another nerd explain. I had someone be like, "Why is Kong so big? He was so small in the movie." I went, "Did you not see how it ended?" And they're like, "He's going to get much, much bigger." And that's how it ended. Mm-hmm. And then you see him in King Kong versus Godzilla, and he got much, much bigger. I don't think there's much more explaining needed.
No. I can't wait. I can't wait.
It's going to be so good.
Oh, it really is.
I watched him right hook. And that right hook
yes.
hit,
oh my heavens.
That
right.
Giggled.
I did too.
Like a schoolgirl.
Yeah.
Can't even say it was manly. There was no chuckle.
No,
it was a...
Yeah, pretty much.
I was like a witch. I don't think that was what I did.
Ilsa. Here's what else.
Let it go.
Here's what else is actually coming to the theaters, just announced today. So the Lord of the Rings trilogy is coming to the theaters in 4K IMAX for the first time ever.
Just don't tell me it's the extended editions. I can't hold my pee that long.
Well,
we have no news, people.
This will be the new remastered 4K versions of the trilogy presented in 4K. So,
it didn't say extended edition because it would say it up front.
Didn't say extended edition.
So that means you will be able to survive. Every time I watch those movies, I did drink a big gulp going in. Eat all my popcorn as the credits went, because why eat popcorn when you're watching a movie? Mm-hmm. The whole idea is to gouge yourself in one moment. Right. Yep. Then regretted it 2 hours in.
Now, here's what's actually very interesting about this. Yeah. It's coming out Friday. Like this Friday. It's coming out this Friday.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm like, well.
They're not showing all three back to back. They're showing each individual. It's not the whole trilogy.
Let's see.
I bet you there's trilogy tickets you can get for those.
Probably. Oh, dear goodness. I need to see this. So, oh, my goodness.
Come on, Gabe.
It might be.
I have faith in you.
It might be. Yeah, it might be.
I have a feeling that most places, like they did with any new, like Star Wars, when the new ones came out, they're like, watch all the other ones. And they you bought a ticket that was $30 for all of them, and then it was different. They gave 15 minutes in between.
Yeah. So
they may do stuff like that. I don't know. There's no verification on that. We can't guarantee that, but you could time it out yourself and do it. Yeah. Chances are that'll work.
So, now. So I may have to look that up, actually. I have to see how they're going to play that out. But here's something very, very interesting to learn today. Did you know DuckTales on the NES, not the cartoon, sorry.
I know that one's getting canceled.
I know, after season 3. Ugh. Anyway, DuckTales on the NES apparently had a different ending where Scrooge gave up his fortune. So
that sounds unrealistic.
yeah, so Destructoid reports that apparently they were speaking to. Okay, well, no. So speaking to Kotaku,
Yeah.
Darlene Lacey, who was in charge of overseeing the Disney games, back at the time,
back when the games were difficult.
Mm-hmm. Chippendales Rescue Rangers.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Darkwing Duck,
Aladdin.
yeah,
Lion King.
Lion King. Oh my god. Anyway, so. Yeah, we can't go there right now. So, Darlene Lacey had said that there was actually originally there was a game ending option. Scrooge would have to give up his fortune and inform his nephews there really is more important treasure than this. That is dreams, and friends. And according to the lady who was in charge of this, she was tempted to keep it in, but knew that they couldn't.
Why?
So they altered it to the one we know today. Right, lads? I couldn't have done it without you. I really am the richest duck in the world. So.
I like that. It was very ambitious for a game, but if you were to release that in the 90s, you would have gotten eaten alive. I understand that. Now there's more of an appreciation. Mm-hmm. But if I did all this stuff and you mean you're giving it all away?
Mm-hmm.
Everything I did.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an Assassin's Creed 3. Okay, you can't just do that to me.
Well, this is true, but you know who did give it away?
Jeff Bezos?
No.
Yeah.
Randy Pitchford, the CEO of Gearbox.
Huh.
Gearbox has been purchased by Embracer Group. Embracer Group is the top company that runs Nordic THQ Nordic. So, yep.
I don't know who that is.
So that's fine. No one really knew who that was, but THQ Nordic are the studios behind Darksiders.
That makes sense.
You know, that studio, things like that. So, but yeah, Gearbox, maker of Borderlands, yep, they were purchased.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, so Embracer Group brought the studio $1.3 billion.
Can't anything be millions anymore?
Nope. Can cash
Why
in
ask
stock.
for millions when I can ask for thousands?
Right. So, yeah. So there you have it. That is a thing that happened today as well. I think, was it today? Yep.
That's crazy. I don't know.
This is happening a lot lately. There's been, Tencent has been purchasing minor acquisitions, minor ownerships in all these little different studios. In fact, now Tencent is getting eyed on by the government.
Rapper.
Like, yo. I
Tencent totally sounds like a rapper. Yo, man, can't wait for my game to drop called Tencent.
I was the leftover change from 50 Cent's pocket. So, yeah.
I'm what's been taxed from 50 Cent. Yo, 10 cent.
I'm the tax incentive. I'm the write-off. That's great.
And what happens when you melt an ice cube? I'm 10 cent.
But now kids, because now 10 Cent is getting eyed on like, yo, you're spending all this money purchasing all this acquisitions in these little studios. What are you trying to do?
But that, I bet you, honestly, that's a great way to say set myself up to be bought out so that guy can walk away and do something else and put it in a hedge fund. No?
So Randy Pitchford, the CEO of Gearbox, says, I'm not really a business guy. I'm a creator. I'm a builder. I'm a coder and a designer that had enough luck in this industry that things grew with us. And
Calm down, Kevin Costner.
I know, really.
Build it and they will come.
Yeah, Waterworld. And so we realize we've got this engine. We've just demonstrated our ability to scale the creative engine because we started the Quebec studio and we're able to prove that we can use our processes or methods or culture and scale with people. So now what's limiting us is the capital to invest in our efforts. Good for you, sir. You still are hated by a lot of people for a lot of nonsense you've pulled, but we won't go there right now. I don't
hate him because that takes too much effort.
Indeed.
I just ignore him.
I know, right?
Is that? Yeah.
No, I know. I don't really I don't particularly care either.
Me neither.
So yeah. So
that was news that neither one of us cared about. You got to hear it. How do you feel?
I know, right? So that's it for me for now on my end.
I think that's it.
I'm pretty healthy.
That was girthy. No, it's not use that term. Is that term acceptable? I don't know what it means. I'm gonna leave that alone. Gabe just broke. So, all of this awesomeness has been brought to you by Steelhouse Coffee. They're our sponsor. They're amazing. They're in Northern California. They're the best part of Northern California right now. Am I wrong by saying that?
No, you're not wrong. It's just so much I want to say.
I know you do.
I can't.
Don't. No more references to girthy. They have girthy coffee beans that you can purchase
I can't do it.
and brew
I can't do it.
and have a cup of coffee and the pastries and all that good stuff. And they have now gluten-free banana nut bread. Did you know we have gluten-free banana nut bread?
Gluten-free banana nut bread?
Yeah. It's like banana nut bread, except we made it.
Where's the fun in that?
Hey, you may be you may be a gluten for punishment. Some people aren't though. They have an issue. Their body doesn't metabolize the gluten. Sensitivity training should have taught you that.
What sensitivity training?
I don't know. I'm pretty sensitive right
I'm
now.
about to say.
Anyway, so that merchandise, cool stuff, open mic nights, Friday nights. We're still hanging out. We're still living life. We're still doing stuff. And we still don't know what to call this. I have no
I have
clue.
no idea what to call it.
We were going to call it First Cup, but because we're meeting once a week now in the evenings, it's not first thing in the morning. And I don't know a nerd that wakes up first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning for most nerds is noon.
Well, I kind of wake up early.
Because
I'm weird.
Your clock is jacked up.
My biological clock.
He's down by 9. He's up by 3.
This is true.
And you're like, it's 3. You're not a truck driver.
I'm like, yeah, but dude, new game.
Yeah, I just leveled up. He's done more by 6 in video games than I have done while I was sleeping. I find it unbalanced. And
I've always been unbalanced, so I mean, look at my hips.
They don't lie. So we don't know what to call this. So in the comments, feel free. I want to see some awesome creative. People have said stuff in the past. We just have forgotten because I'm not going to say lazy.
No,
I'm not going to say forgetful.
I'm going to say life has gotten in the way, and it's been just a bunch of dolphins and butterflies and shiny just getting in the way.
Are you the dolphin or the butterfly?
Butterfly, sir. Yeah, you can be the dolphin.
I'm Echo.
Sure is.
So I'm going to end it on that.
And actually,
are they getting a sequel to Echo?
I will announce one last thing. Actually, didn't even think about this. Go to my YouTube channel.
Yes,
I posted something.
I know what you posted.
I posted something on there. For me to say much more beyond that is too much. So youtube.com/Nascent Games. I have to figure a way. I've been trying to find a way to update the link because I'm no longer Nascent Games. I'm November Rain, but it's still youtube.com/Nascent Games. And I posted something new a couple of days ago. Keeping it as mysterious as possible.
I was going to say it rhymes with something, but I won't do that because I want you to keep your mystery.
Thank you.
So yeah, it's been awesome. We look forward to, so we're going to do this once a week. It's going to be awesome. So stay tuned. We're eventually going to get up to where we're doing it live.
Yes.
At this point, we're going to be giving you snippets. So some of our conversations you'll be getting to see throughout the week.
Yep.
And the full thing will, of course, be available on YouTube. We're trying to switch to that because Facebook likes to pirate Nazi and take things down for no reason. Yeah, being honest, I just don't like Facebook.
No, I stopped liking Facebook like 7 years
after
ago.
watching the movie about how it was created. I really didn't like
Really? Oh God. See, I'm glad I don't watch all that now.
You didn't watch the movie?
No.
It just really shows how terrible a person he is. So if you're watching this on Facebook, awesome. So we will catch you guys next week.
Open mic on Friday, game night on Saturday.
Yep. And awesome Steelhouse Coffee merch and all that good stuff.
Woo.
Stay awesome.
Cheers.